Hi, my name is Amanda Burke, and I am the Associate Pastor at Redeemer Lutheran Church. And welcome to Bedtime Bible Stories. I'm so glad that you're here with us. If you have one, go grab your Spark Story Bible so that you can follow along with our story for today. And if you don't have one, leave us a message and I'll be happy to help you get one of the Bibles. Today we're going to read a story called Wedding at Cana, and it's on page 410. Jesus was at a wedding in the town of Cana. Jesus' family and the disciples were there. It was a grand day for a wedding. The sun was shining and everyone was singing and dancing. It was quite a party with good food and good wine. The guests said to one another, "This is probably the best party we have ever been to." Then the wine ran out. Even though the servers shook every wine jar, there was none left. Jesus' mother, Mary, heard the servers tell the person in charge of the party, "All the stone jars are empty and the wine is gone. How can this be?" they asked. "The party isn't over yet." Mary slipped away to find Jesus. "Jesus," Mary said, "they have run out of wine. Can't you do something?" "What could I do?" Jesus asked Mary. But Mary knew Jesus could do something. Mary told the servers, "Do whatever my son Jesus tells you to do. I think he can help you." Jesus looked around. Over by the wall, he saw 6 large stone jars sitting near the table. Jesus walked over to the servers and said, "Fill these jars with cold water." Then the servers hurried to the water pool. Slosh, slosh, slosh. They filled the jars with water. When the jars were full of water up to the brim, the servers told Jesus, "We've done what you asked. The jars are full to the brim with cold water." "Good," Jesus said. "Now, put some into a cup and give it to the person in charge of the party." Slosh, slosh, slosh. The servers filled a cup from the stone jar and took it to the person in charge. When he tasted it, he smiled. It was a miracle. The water had turned into wine. This wine was even better than the wine they were serving before. The man in charge took a cup of wine to the groom and gave it to him. "My friend, taste this. You have kept the best wine until now. Most people serve the best wine first, but you have saved the best for last." The servers hurried to give everyone the new wine. The music played and everyone sang and danced. This was Jesus' first miracle. And when his disciples learned of it, they believed that he was God's son even more than they did before. So a question at the bottom of our story in our book says, if you had been there when the water was turned into wine, what would you have thought about Jesus? That's a really good question. Jesus did something amazing. I don't know anybody else that can turn water into wine or water into anything else. So I wonder, would people think that Jesus was pretty amazing? I think I would. I think most people would. And Jesus is very amazing. This was the first thing that Jesus did that was a miracle. But there were so many more things. Jesus healed people, and he taught people, and he fed people. Jesus was pretty special. And I'm excited that that was the first thing that he did, and that there's so many more that we get to read about too. Let's pray together, can we? Dear God, thank you for letting us learn all about the amazing things that Jesus did. Thank you for letting us hear about him turning water to wine and turning all of the people that had ailments and illnesses and sicknesses and help them get better. Thank you for all of the things that we learn about Jesus through the Bible. And let us remember that you love us all the time. And all God's children said, Amen. Thank you so much for joining us for Bedtime Bible Stories tonight. I hope you'll join us again next week. And always, always, always remember that you are a loved child of God.